on tonight. So, starting, especially this month, seems how I spoke with Rachel Pence, and she is inviting our team to attend their Monday night kind of startup program. It's a bunch of different SD leaders that are doing some start your business for the new year trainings. And if y'all follow Rachel Pence at all, you know how amazing she is. So it's a really awesome opportunity. So I switched our Monday nights to Sunday nights, but I also am very aware of how much I ramble. So I am trying to start keeping our team trainings down to 30 minutes if I can, so that everybody has more time to actually work their business, and it's more of a fine-tuned training. Sometimes maybe a little longer, but that is my goal. So for tonight, and for those that are watching this back afterwards, couple different things that we're going to do tonight. And the first thing is kind of one of those tasks that you kind of put off, but I want you guys to write 5 things that you want to accomplish this year. It does not have to be Scentsy. My list last year included getting a brand new couch. And that was a goal that we actually accomplished this past year. So make it something that you've dreamed of doing but put off. It can be a Scentsy goal. It can be a personal goal. It can be paying off a credit card, taking a trip to a certain location. Write yourself some goals. And I didn't even want to use the words goals, something that you want to accomplish. And I want you to put that somewhere in your, if you do a binder, for calendar where you keep your information, or even on your desktop somewhere, just something that you can look at to keep in mind, something that you want to accomplish. And if you get one goal checked off, then you can move to the next. But I want you to take this month to look at those goals and not just dream and hope about them, but actually try to take some time to think of action steps that you can take to accomplish that particular thing. If one of your goals is to buy a couch, how much is that couch going to cost? And how much would you need to save every single month to be able to buy that couch? So there's no point in us actually sitting here writing the goals if you don't actually make an action plan on how you're going to accomplish it. So that is something that I'm giving a pass for you guys. I'm not going to be checking on you to see if you've done it or if you've made an action plan. You're your own business owner. It is up to you whether or not you succeed or not. I am just giving you a starting point of something that you need to look at this month, because even though it's a new year, new resolutions, most people don't stick to new resolutions. And the reason why they don't is because you don't make a plan. Okay, so things for this month. Our team page is going to go through some changes. I have been talking with some superstar directors and some other directors and getting ideas on ways that we can make our team page way more user-friendly. I know I toss a lot of information out there to you guys because not everything works the same for each individual, but in doing that, it's kind of an overload for a lot. So there is so many ideas out there. I have a hard time cherry picking because I want everybody to have a broad view. But I'm going to be making some changes to how our team page is laid out so that there's more easy information for especially those people that are just starting their Scentsy journey to be able to know where to begin, and they're not just thrown into LTO releases and things like that. That can be a very big, scary thing. So you have to bear with me. That is going to take some time because I'm not only working our team page, but I'm also trying to work my personal business plus homeschool. So I don't know how quickly it's getting done, but that is my specific goal for the month. What I am going to be working with on some leaders to kind of give you an idea on our team page is especially focusing on what we call an onboarding system. So I know a lot of you are a little nervous to recruit. And one of the reasons you're nervous to recruit is because you don't know steps to take to get them started, or you feel like you may not have all the information. And so we are going to try to do some very condensed short videos that allows you to say, here, go watch this. This is the task that you need to do today when you have someone start. And it will be a very step-by-step process. So that is things that I am corresponding with some of you guys that are on this call and some of the people that aren't, on getting that information compiled and together for use. Do not let that stop you from recruiting before it's done, though, because none of us that have recruited, me especially, did not have any of that to recruit any of you guys. So don't let that stop you, but we are trying to make this process a lot smoother for the new people coming on. Okay, so into this month. What you need to be focusing on this month is definitely all the scents that are leaving us. The way that you can do that, and I didn't have anything up. I don't know if I can screen share. Let me see if I can screen share real quick. One thing that you can do, most of you have been around for 6 months or longer. There is a report that you can pull. Let me screen share. Okay, can you guys see my page? Yes. No? Yeah. All right, so if you go into your reporting tab and you go over to view sales report, sometimes this page takes a while, and of course there's an error. Sometimes this page takes a while to load. Let me see if I refresh it. Okay, they may have it down right now with the update that they just did. All right, let's see. How do I make it bigger again? That wasn't the right one. Okay, stop sharing. There we go. Okay. So anyways, if you go under that tab, I will reach out to customer service. I think they're back open tomorrow, to find out if that page is going to be back up. But under that page, there is a report that you can run. For usually they have a discontinued list, but if they don't have a discontinued list up, you can search by a particular item. So say I know that Luna Wax is going away for the month. I can go under the category and pick Luna Wax, and it will pull up everybody that has purchased Luna Wax for me within the set amount of dates that I put in. Those people I am going to reach out to. I'll use apple and cinnamon. I know one of my customers wants apple and cinnamon sticks. They love it, and it's going away for the fall catalog. So I'm going to pull that report of who has purchased those particular bars, reach out to them, let them know that they're leaving, see if they want to stock up on them, and especially talk to them about Scentsy Club. You also want to, everybody is coming off of Christmas, but do not let that stop you from, no one wants to spend money, because who all got stimulus checks in their bank account? So even though some people will be using that for different things, let them make that decision. So you want to be talking to them about why they should be hosting this month. It is 10% off bars. If you do the 6-pack of wax, the 6-pack of wax is already 15% off the bars. At an additional 10%, that is 25% off of the 6-pack. That is a really great selling point. Do know that the 10% off bars does not work for host rewards. So if one of my hosts wants to put that in her cart, it will be full price. It will not be, because they're already getting a discount being host rewards. So it does not include the 10% on there. but let them know that it's a great time to have their friends attend a party because they have a ton of savings. And then also you can throw in there, hey, everybody just got a little stimulus check, dropped in. They may want a $30 pack of wax or $27 pack of wax this month. So look back on all your hosts that you had when you first joined. I know a lot of you guys started in the March to June time frame. So you have all this past 6 months of hosts that you can reach out to and try to book for this month for parties. If they do not want to book for this month, that's when you need to throw in, well, how about next month? You want to get the first glimpse of the spring catalog, do you not? And get them on the hook for February. So don't take an immediate no to mean that they don't want anything. Just know that, hey, you've already done this. You already know that it's successful. Your friends are probably ready for refills. Your friends are probably ready for a discount. And if they're not ready yet, they're probably ready for the spring catalog. So don't take your first no as a definite. If you don't have a host, because I know that was a lot of replies that we got back from the survey that I did, was how do I build customers, or how do I get more customers, and how do I get parties? And if you can't find anybody to say yes to a party, do the party yourself. And I know that that's sometimes very challenging and it's easy to say, but if you consistently set yourself up to be the host, then your friends will start catching on. So I have another director friend that I met at my first World Tour, and when she got up to speak, she told a story about how she knew that she wanted to make this a success. So every single Thursday night, they hosted at their house a bingo party. She said the first time that they did it, nobody showed up. And they had went all out. They went food, set up tables, everything. Nobody showed up. But she was going to stay determined and she was going to stay consistent, which is what our team thrives off of, determined and consistency. So she did it again the following Thursday. She had like 2 or 3 people show up, so on and so forth. As people saw that this was going to be a regular thing, and as word kind of got out that it was fun, her base started growing and they started inviting people and her customer base started. So if you're not able to get anybody to say yes, do it yourself and don't stop if it doesn't go well the first time. Make it something that people know that's going to happen on a regular basis and stay consistent with it. Now, there does get to a point if something's not working that you need to, and that's what she said, you reevaluate the next time. They didn't have as much food laid out because they weren't sure how many people was going to show up. So you need to see what you need to do different and adjust, but don't completely give up until you've given it time for your customers to see. And I've told y'all that a lot with my scent crates. I went from having 1 or 2 to 6 to 3, and last month I had 24. And that's 2 years of being consistent and not giving up on the idea of doing scent crates. I'm not saying go do scent crates, but I'm saying sometimes it takes a while for people to realize what you're doing and you're sticking with it. And that goes for your business in general. People are watching you. They're ready to see if you're going to take this seriously. My trainer told me when I first walked in and we were discussing my life and how working out could fit in my life. And he was like, man, you're successful at that? And I was like, shocker, isn't it? And he was like, yeah, because most everybody I know does something for a couple months and then they fall off the wagon. Almost everybody in your life expects you to fail at direct sales because most people give up 3 to 6 months in. And that's the thing that we have to fight with direct sales. So you have to be the one to prove them wrong and show them that you're taking this seriously. And when they know that it's making a difference in your life, they are going to help you. They're going to refer you. Most of my customers stick with me because they know how seriously I take my business, not like in a serious way. They know that it affects our lives. They know that I'm sticking with this. This is my job. And so they are going to refer people to me because They know it's not just something I do willy-nilly. Okay, sorry. So be your own host. Okay, so a lot of you have said, how do I get customer base? Guys, this is a very simple business. It boils down to partying. There are thousands of ways that you can party. Facebook, bag party, vendor events, fundraisers. Right now is a really great time to go out and get fundraisers, talk to schools. There is so many ways to party in this business that fits your lifestyle. But just posting on social media is not partying, because if you're not getting new people coming and meeting you in some form or fashion, then you're not going to be able to expand your customer base, because partying leads to new customers, which leads to recruiting. You can't recruit a huge team and say, I want a team of 50 by the end of the year, if you're not meeting new people. And you're not meeting new people if you're not having some form of a party. Fundraising is a party. You can meet hundreds of people doing a fundraiser. On the go bags is a party, because that's being passed around to different people. Facebook text parties. I'm not going to get too much into it tonight, but I am doing a new program called Project Broadcast. It is now becoming my follow-up system. It is also becoming my onboarding system once I get it set up. It is also going to be my texting system. I'm not going to share too much on that, because it is a paid app that I use, but the return revenue that I've seen already in it has made me realize that I want to do more with it. But find what works for you. A lot of people are on the go and they need things kind of short and sweet. And so try, when you do these things, to keep in mind not to go so elaborate. Keep in mind that people want to shop and get off, shop and get off. So find a way to make that work. Let's see. Okay. You don't have to be a completely organized person with this business, but if you don't set yourself up some sort of a schedule or some sort of systems, and systems is a big word, and it can become very overwhelming. I know even for myself, with a growing team and being on the director's page, people are throwing out systems like crazy, and you can get very overwhelmed, and you can work your business just setting up your systems, but systems are not going to get you PRV. So if you're sitting here the 1st of January and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get my business, all perfect and everything, and then I'll start doing PRV. No, don't do that. It's very easy to go down that rabbit hole. You work your PRV the 1st of the month, and then you fit in building your systems as you go along. But you do need to come up with some systems. And a basic system is just setting yourself up a schedule. If you know that you want to send out Happy Mail to people the 1st week of the month, then the 4th week of the previous month, you should have printed out whatever flyer that you need to go in that Happy Mail, so that the 1st week of the month, all you have to do is stuff it, put a stamp on it, and send it out. But you need to have that written down somewhere so that you can go, and Chris told me to bring it and I didn't. You can go open up your notebook or your phone or whatever you use and look at your list for the week and be like, I have 5 things I need to get done today. I worked an 8 to 5 job. I'm going to pick one thing to do this evening. And then you're not like, oh my gosh, I got to do this and this and this and this and this. And then you don't even start for the evening because you're exhausted from your job and you're exhausted by the list you have in your head. So if you don't have a basic system of, I need to get this certain thing done, then you're going to get overwhelmed and it's going to become too much for you. So I really think that is the things that you should focus on this month. Your 5 things to accomplish. Sharing the discontinued bars with anybody and everybody, and working on getting hosts, because the hosts that you get this month and next month are the hosts that you're going to be able to get again in October and November and December. 6 months. Everybody, if you work a full year of building hosts, most of the time, those same hosts will want to party with you again in the next catalog. So if you think about that, the more years that you're with Scentsy, those same hosts build every single time, and it gets a little easier to find people to have parties because you've already put in the work. They know what to expect. They know what they're going to get in return. So that first time that you have someone say yes, the second time that they need to say yes is going to be a little bit easier. And that's where it comes into taking care of your host, taking care of your customers, not spoiling them and giving them tons of free stuff. But if they know what to expect from you, then it's going to be easier for them to say yes the second time around. But yeah, so focus on getting your host for this next time, and then in between, set yourself up a schedule. Whatever that looks like for you, because everybody is different. Everybody has different lives of what you can fit in and whatnot. And then hopefully the things that a couple of us leaders are doing for the team page will make when you recruit go a lot more smoothly. It will make the team page a lot more navigationable, if that's the word. And so, but that's going to take a little bit of time. So those are my suggestions of things, and swallow the frog first. What you don't want to do is what you should do first. So if booking and talking to people is something that you're dreading, that is the first thing that you should sit down and do for your task. So yes, and a couple of us leaders are talking on Tuesday about our power hour. That's going to be shifting a little bit. We definitely want everybody to be able to come together to work, but it's going to be a little bit more focused. Sometime next week, we will be having a power hour for, and it's not going to be called power hour anymore, but it will basically be a time frame that we're going to get together, and we are going to focus on booking parties. We're going to have a booking blitz. So it'll be a time that we actually get on here and we are sending messages to potential hosts to try to get parties lined up for January and February. It is not something that you have to do while you're on the call with us. If your time frame to work, you want to make samples, or you want to do whatever with your business, that's perfectly okay. It's not set in stone, but that's what majority of the leaders that are getting on that call is going to be focused on. And that way we can help you with verbiage, or if you have a host reply back something and you're not sure how to answer, then that's where you bounce ideas off of one another and give each other encouragement and celebrate when you get a yes. So that's some things that we have in play for the month. I am going to stop recording.